You didn't vote for this war. You don't live anywhere near Iran. You've never even thought about the Strait of Hormuz in your life. But right now, today, this war is reaching directly into your wallet and taking money out of it. Gas prices are up over 25% in less than 2 weeks. The price of food, medicine, electronics, and almost everything else you buy is about to follow. And the terrifying part is most people have absolutely no idea it's happening or why. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how this war is affecting your finances, even from thousands of miles away. And more importantly, exactly what to do about it starting today. Welcome to Wealth Blueprint, where we give you real, honest financial information so you can protect your money no matter what the world throws at you. Subscribe now if you haven't already, because we post practical money content every single week. Here is what actually happened and why it affects you personally. On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched a joint military operation called Operation Epic Fury, a series of airstrikes targeting Iran's leadership and military infrastructure. Iran retaliated immediately with missile and drone strikes across the region. And within hours of the first strike, something happened that changed the financial lives of billions of people around the world. Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. Now, if that name means nothing to you, here's why it should. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula, and through that single narrow channel passes over 1/5 of the entire world's oil supply. Every single day. Gone. Shut down overnight. Brent crude oil prices surged from around $70 a barrel before the conflict to over $110 a barrel within days. That is a 25% jump in less than 2 weeks. And Iran's new supreme leader has made it clear the strait stays closed. One economist warned oil could hit $200 a barrel if this drags on. This isn't a story about a war happening far away. This is a story about your gas tank, your grocery bill, and your financial future. Here is exactly how it hits your everyday life, even if you've never left your country. Most people think higher oil prices just means paying more at the gas pump. And yes, the national average in the U.S. already jumped 43 cents in a single week, reaching $3.41 a gallon and still climbing. But the real damage runs much deeper than that. Here's what most people don't realize. Oil is in almost everything you buy. Fertilizer, the Gulf supplies 45% of the world's sulfur, which goes directly into fertilizer production. Fertilizer shortages now mean damaged crop yields later this year. Your groceries are going to get more expensive. Pharmaceuticals, oil byproducts are used in drug manufacturing. Shortages in the Gulf affect medicine supply chains globally. Electronics and cars. The Gulf is a major producer of helium, which is critical for semiconductor manufacturing. No helium means delayed chip production. Delayed chip production means your next car or phone costs more and takes longer to get. Plastics. Oil is the raw material for most plastic packaging. Higher oil prices raise the cost of almost every packaged product on a shelf. And shipping. Over 80% of global trade moves by sea. With major shipping routes disrupted, freight costs are rising, and delivery delays are multiplying. This war is not contained to the Middle East. It is moving through every supply chain on Earth and landing on your doorstep. Now let's talk about the bigger threat, stagflation, and why it's the word that should really scare you. Stagflation is when you have high inflation and stagnant economic growth at the same time. Prices go up. Wages don't. The economy slows down. And the government has almost no good tools to fix it, because every solution makes the other problem worse. The last time the United States experienced stagflation was the 1970s oil crisis. Gas lines stretched around the block. Unemployment surged. Middle-class wealth evaporated. And it took nearly a decade to recover. Economists and analysts, including those at Al Jazeera, Oxford Economics, and Chatham House, are now warning explicitly that this war creates serious stagflation risk. The Federal Reserve is already trapped. If they raise interest rates to fight inflation, they risk crashing the economy. If they hold rates, they risk letting inflation spiral. There is no easy exit. And the people who get hurt the most in a stagflation environment are regular working people with variable debt, no savings, and no plan. So here is exactly what you need to do with your money right now. 5 moves. Start today. Move 1. Attack your variable rate debt immediately. If the Fed is forced to raise interest rates, your credit card debt and variable loans get more expensive fast. Every dollar you pay off now saves you more money later. Make this your #1 financial priority this week. Move 2. Move your savings into a high-yield savings account right now. Inflation is actively shrinking the value of cash sitting in a regular bank account earning nothing. A high-yield savings account, earning 4 to 5% at least, partially offsets the inflation eating your money. Apps like Marcus by Goldman Sachs and SoFi offer these accounts for free. Move 3. Stock up on non-perishable groceries now before prices jump. Fertilizer shortages from the Gulf sulfur disruption mean food prices are going to rise within weeks. Buying rice, pasta, canned goods, and cooking staples today at current prices is one of the smartest financial moves you can make this week. Move 4. Consider a small allocation to inflation-proof assets. Gold has historical Y surge during wartime inflation. Commodity-linked ETFs and energy stocks are also performing strongly in this environment. Oxford Economics specifically flagged oil, gas, gold, and defense stocks as likely to spike during this conflict. You don't need to go all in. Even a 5 to 10% portfolio shift creates a meaningful hedge against what's coming. Move 5. Do not panic, sell your investments. The Dow dropped over 400 points in a single day at the start of this conflict. Asian markets fell 8.6% in 2 weeks. But Oxford Economics and Chatham House both note that if this conflict resolves within 2 months, which is the most likely scenario, markets will recover. Panic selling locks in losses permanently. Stay calm, review your exposure to airlines and tourism stocks, and hold your position. This war started on February 28th. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Oil is above $110 a barrel. Stagflation risk is real, and the financial shockwave is moving through every economy on Earth right now, whether people realize it or not. But the difference between people who come out of this ahead and people who get wiped out is simple. The ones who understand what's happening and act fast protect their financial potential. The ones who ignore it pay for it later. If this video helped you, subscribe to Wealth Blueprint right now for more practical money content every single week. And watch this video next. It covers the 5 money mistakes you need to